Hey everybody, happy Monday. Hope you're having a great day. Just gonna shoot my Monday chat video outside by the woodpile today. Just thought I'd go for a little change of scenery. As you can see behind me there, neighbor brought some more wood to be stacked. I got all the stuff he brought before stacked up. Try and spin around here. This is the new area where I'm stacking wood. Not confident about these rows lasting long. I don't know, having issues with I think I'm going too high, and the stability on them is not that great, but we'll see. Maybe as I get more rows built out, it'll get solid, like a block. Anyhow, I'm gonna try to set this phone down somewhere so I can shoot my video real quick for you guys. Hold on. Take a look at this little patch here. This was a spot. It's actually right on the edge of our driveway parking area, and then that's the deck that leads up to the house. It had this big silver maple here that a couple years ago fell, and it was all rotten and died. And so this patch under here never really grew good grass or anything because of all the years of that tree there. Say hi, Moxie. And so Cindy has slowly been planting stuff in here. We're just trying to get it to have like just a wild feel, not a planned landscape. We got the little rose bush back here that's kind of done blooming now, but that was our kind of memorial thing to Gracie, our one dog that we lost a few years ago. We've replanted. There's a maple, excuse me, that's an oak that Cindy replanted there. But anyhow, what I wanted to show you guys, she did this whole section just in wildflower seed, and look at how crazy these things are coming in. Very, very pretty. Just a neat thing to see every time you step out on the porch. We've tried planting wildflower seed in other places and they just never really seem to take off. These just went nuts. Might be hard to see in the video, but the tops of these purple flowers, pink flowers, are 2.5 feet up. So pretty cool, huh? Just thought I'd share that with you guys. All right, hey everybody. Like I said, happy Monday. Hope you're having a great day. Hope you had an excellent week. We've had some really great weather. I would say pretty much all last week, definitely over the weekend. Temperatures like in the 70s overnight, down in the low 60s. I think a couple nights it even got into the high 50s. Very, very good weather for just enjoying the outdoors. We've been super busy, just doing stuff around here, but I do want to make this quick video, especially to thank everybody who has stuck with it and is still watching the channel. I appreciate every one of you. I know the last few weeks have been kind of slow getting some videos out. I still have some footage I need to edit and get uploaded, but been super, super busy. And the hard part is because my day job, my normal job, I'm leaving for work about 2 hours, maybe some days 3 hours earlier than normal. So that's usually my free time to do stuff, and it's all gone. So that said, activity on the channel has been, in my opinion, really great. I noticed this morning we got a bunch of new subscribers this week. I don't track that meticulously, but I do notice the number going up, and that means a lot to me. It clearly means that doing something right, people are enjoying what they're seeing and clicking that button. I know you don't have to, so I appreciate every one of you that does that. And like I've always said, I don't like to call you subscribers. You're friends of the channel. You're friends of the community. That's what we're trying to build here, is a community that others can, share their knowledge and information. I can share mine. We can ask questions of one another. I know YouTube's not necessarily the friendliest for doing that type of conversation, but it can be done. And, Facebook's better for that. We do have a Facebook group also that a lot of people share information on, and that's kind of always been my goal with these videos. So that's still happening. We're still doing that, and it would appear that people are still enjoying that. So that's good. And I want to thank everybody sincerely for taking time out of your day to watch the videos. I especially know how important your time can be, because mine is very important and valuable. So I know it means a lot to me to know that people take some time out of their day to see what we're doing. Not a lot exciting stuff, I would say, going on. It's just typical this time of year. You know, just trying to keep up with property maintenance. It always gets away from us because we're both so busy during the week. And then, you know, I mentioned last week, this time of year, because the weather is nice and we can get out to do stuff, we like to take some time for ourselves to enjoy the weather while we can. Otherwise, next thing you know, it's winter again, and then it's just too miserable to go do things. So we've been doing a little bit of that. We went out this weekend, went exploring a local forest preserve that has a campground and horse trails, riding trails. And so that's something we're really looking forward to. Hopefully for sure this year, before the weather gets too bad, we'll trailer the horses over and go for a little trail ride. The nice thing is it's close enough to home that, you know, it's not a big ordeal to load the horses up and get over there. But the scenery, the terrain is so much different than here. It's this area is amazing to me, how you can go from one spot where it's very flat and pastures, and just go a couple miles down the road and you can have cliffs and dells and things like that. So that's kind of where this area is. It's got some dells in it, some high rough terrain, and they've, you know, over the years have really worked a good trail system in there, and it's well maintained. So it'd be a great place for us to go on the horses and have some fun. When we do that, I'll try to shoot some video, definitely do some video walk around. I don't know if I can from the horseback, simply because I don't have a camera that I can mount to myself. And you know, I mean, we can do a little bit handheld, but you know, for safety, I don't want to be dealing with a camera. I'm not a pro horseman, so you know, I need to pay attention to horseback riding. But we'll definitely take some footage when we're there. Cindy wants to camp, spend the night out there, which is allowed. It's a campground, so we may do that. So that'll be a fun thing. I really hope we can do that this summer. It was exciting to get over there, and we spent a couple hours just on foot with the dogs, walking around, exploring the park. Obviously, we couldn't explore the whole thing. It's over 600 acres, you know, so roughly a square mile, and really neat setup. So something to look forward to there. As you saw in the intro here, you know, I'm still getting the firewood from the neighbors that we split. I think he said he thinks there's probably 6 or 7 more loads left over there. So at the rate I'm going, I'm getting about 2 loads a week stacked. So we're looking at, you know, we should have it all stacked and put away before summer's over. So that'll be a really good thing. And you know, other than that, just still trying to keep coming up with ideas for some of my how-to videos, or not. I don't like to say how-to because I don't claim to know everything, so they're not really how-tos, but just demonstration videos of stuff that I do and tools that I use. I still have a couple more videos in the pipeline for the treestuff.com review stuff, which I'm really enjoying doing that. And you know, I feel like a broken record here. It feels like, you know, I keep saying I have all these things in the works, and man, I'm just running out of time. I just can't get to everything. So I think what I'm going to have to do is probably just take a day and you know, set some time aside to just process some footage and get it uploaded. That's been one of my problems with you know, my computer stuff is, you know, I don't have the newest, fastest equipment, and internet's slow. And so when I go to you know, I can shoot these videos pretty easy, but then when I go to process them and edit them, it takes a lot of time, and so that's where I fall behind. But I'll get it done. Hang in there, you guys. I really appreciate you sticking with me this far. And like I said, I feel like the channel's doing great. The community's growing. It's phenomenal. The Facebook group, which there is a link on my home page for that group. I'm pretty sure that's for the group. I have a page and a group, and I think I might just end up deleting the page. It's very inactive. I try and post on it, but because of the way Facebook does pages, it's very difficult for people to interact because it hides visitor posts and it only wants to highlight my post. And so if you post on there, I'll see it, but other people may not. It's just really goofy. I think pages are good for companies to get out information when they have a lot of followers, but they're not great for a community. So I think we'll stick with the Facebook group, which it is a public group, but you have to ask to get in it. So it's not just an open group, I guess. I don't know what they call that, a closed group. And I only do that to help. That way I can kind of see who's wanting to join and hopefully weed out any spammers or bot type accounts. And we've had, even as small as our group is, we've had several of those try, and we've had a few get in actually. So sometimes even screening profiles, it doesn't always weed them out. And it's, it's harmless stuff, but it's not stuff I want in the group. It's selling t-shirts or jerseys or something like that. I haven't had anybody that's spamming, like inappropriate, offensive stuff, but just things that don't fit with what we're doing. So if you want to continue a conversation and really reach out to a good base of people that know about this type of lifestyle, from 1 acre and up, basically, gardening, even smaller than that, I guess. I don't want to put those restraints on anything, but people who garden, people who raise animals, people who fix things themselves, people who just want to learn how to do things for themselves and not have to rely on a repairman or rely on buying things or whatever. It's not that you have to be self-sufficient, but to have the skills or the knowledge to be self-sufficient is really, I think, valuable. And that's kind of where I'm at. I'm not trying to be, off-grid, self-sufficient. Obviously, I have a YouTube channel. I use the internet. I use technology constantly. I rely on being plugged in, if you will. So that's not my goal. I'm not trying to be off-grid, but I do want to develop the skills to take care of myself if need be. If there was, an economic collapse, and I'm not talking doomsday scenarios, but just another big recession. I grew up through the 80s and briefly remember that recession, and for my family it hit us pretty hard. The industry my dad was in took a really hard hit, and we had to learn how to do more for ourselves. We already did a lot just because of the nature of what my dad was, but we had to really become a little more self-sufficient and take care of ourselves and not rely on others and things like that. And we had, 2009, the economy kind of took a dump, and I think more people found themselves in tough spots. And if you weren't able to do some of that stuff, you had a choice: pay rent or get your car fixed. Well, if you know how to fix your car, you don't have to make, that's not as bad as a choice, and that's the kind of stuff I'm talking about. So I love being able to post up on there. If I don't know something about some of the big stuff, I always have questions with is like electrical fence issues or plumbing, like the well or something like that, because I'm new to all this. I've not had a well for years. My wood burning stove that we use, the outdoor burner, that's totally new to me. And I can post on there and ask people, and it's a great resource, even for a small group. And as the group grows and stays, a good quality people, which we have a great, like I said, it's a great group of people, that information base just gets bigger and bigger. Lots of chicken people on there, lots of people that raise pigs, cows, horses. So if that's your kind of thing, if you want to do that, try and find that. I'm positive that's the link that's up on the home page, and I'll put it in the description of this video too. I'd love to have some of you guys come over to the Facebook group so we can actually have conversations. With that said, again, just thank you everyone. Keep staying positive, keep being good, keep doing great things. You may not feel like you do great things, or you may know that you do great things. Doesn't really matter, but just as long as you're doing your best, that's a great thing. And that's all I do every day. I just try to be a good person, and I just try to do good things and help people when I can, and and sometimes help people when I probably shouldn't, whether it's time or money. There's times that it's just important to just help, and even if it takes a little bit of your own time away, it's good to help somebody out that needs that help. So I'm gonna go ahead and sign off here. Like I said, not a whole lot, I'm just behind on footage, so not a whole lot to talk about there, but all like I said, at any point of today's video, I just wanted to say thank you to everyone. I feel like some of the last few weeks I've talked more about plans and things I want to do, and I want to get back to the whole purpose of these weekly videos, which is first and foremost to thank you. I couldn't do this without you guys. I wouldn't be here doing these videos with such enthusiasm if it wasn't for you guys. I've always said I would still shoot them more than likely unless I just really had a major negative outcome, but having the positive outcome and the community that we've been forming really keeps me encouraged and keeps my hopes up, and like I said, gives me that enthusiasm sometimes I get ahead of myself. I mean, I have more ideas that I want to do than I can actually do, if that makes sense. So we'll get through them all. That's what's cool about this. We can do this journey together, and as time goes, we'll get everything done. So that said, have a great day. Thanks for being here. I hope you had like a wonderful week and are having a great Monday. And just look forward to the week to come. And remember, you know, you can control your situation more than you probably realize. So just stay positive, be kind, as you know, not to steal a phrase from Buck and Billy Ray, but I don't know how else to say it. It's true. Be kind, help one another, and help, you know, that helps you help yourself. So thank you guys. Take care. I really appreciate each and every one of you. Honestly, truly do. And remember, it's always a good day on the farm. Bye now.